Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are unboxing the Koga figure from Inuyasha, a figure that I have wanted for a very long time. So really excited to get this one out of the box. We can see the paper over here has moved just a bit, but we'll go over the packaging really quickly and then we'll get him out and look at all the details up close. He comes with a stand, and so I'll get him positioned. Do a close-up of that after I show the figure up close to the camera here, and so you can see what he looks like on display. So here in the package, this one is already opened up a little bit, but we can see Koga in the background, little paper there with the character name in the picture. You can see him here lunging forward. He comes with a sword and a stand, and then here in the back we can see the other figures in the series that have come out. And so far I have unboxed every single one of these except for this Sesshomaru. I've done the one from the Comic-Con that has its mouth open and he comes with a Jokin figure, but all of the other ones you can find on the channel. This one I did on the previous video, and then here are a few pictures of Koga up front. So I will go ahead and get this opened up and let's see what we got. Looks like there's some tape there on the bottom. We'll get him out. And I save these cards here, but the other piece we will end up getting rid of. And then let's see the figure here. So we got the stand, which just comes right out. There's the sword, which is taped down. So we'll get that out of the way. And then let's see if we can. Sometimes with these, let me get that tape off. I found it's very difficult to actually get the sword out. And this one actually, so on this one, it's not a sword that comes out of the sheath. It's just painted black. And so this will go in on Koga's hip. I have the Series 1 Inuyasha figure and the Tetsaiga that's in the sheath. I could never actually pull the sword out. So I'm not sure if it's just over time, it kind of got stuck in there. But I had seen some other people mention that their handle broke off, but the blade part of the figure stayed in the sheath. So I've never messed around with it too much. And then we've got a few of these plastic things to loosen up so we can get the figure out. So here's the one on the leg, and then let's do the one on the arm as well. This one's a little bit tougher, so just bear with me for 1 second and I'll get it off. Okay, so I had to take just a second to loosen these. There was another one around his other leg and it was just really tight on there. So I'll go ahead and show the figure here up close. He looks really nice. I think they did a great job with his face. You can see his hair back here as he's jumping forward, the headband, the fur here, his armor. The sword will just slide right in there in just a second. And then back here is where we'll put him on the stand. And then here he is from this side too. So really cool looking figure. Koga was never my favorite character in the show. I found him to be a little bit annoying, always trying to go after Kagome, but the figure is unbelievable and he's gonna look great on the shelf. So let me get this sword through here. Perfect, nice and easy. All right, so you can see that too. And so we'll have him displayed jumping forward like this. You can also display him from the side, or this one. I think this side looks really nice. All right, and then on the stand here, there's this plastic piece which will just go right there in his foot. When I did the Inuyasha figure, I had to be really careful with it just to make sure that nothing breaks. The figures aren't necessarily fragile, but you just want to be really cautious because they are hard to find. Like I mentioned earlier with the swords, if you apply too much pressure at times, I have read and seen some things about them possibly breaking or even cracking. So just take your time with it, be patient. And you know, the last one took me a couple minutes to get on the stand. This one might be the same. So I'll go ahead and get him set up and then bring the camera down so you can see it up close. And so here is a close-up of the figure. There's from the front. And I'll turn him around from this side. And then from the back. And then from this side as well. So I think for me, I'll probably just have him like this, jumping forward. And then with this one and the Inuyasha figure I opened up last time, I can even set them up on the shelf to where it looks like they're jumping toward one another. And I did order one of the things that spins around the figures, so going forward it'll be a little bit easier for me to show you the all the different angles all the way around. But thank you so much for tuning in this one. Hope you enjoyed seeing this figure. I've got Human Inuyasha coming up next, followed by this Shomaru, and then a couple of Dragon Ball Z figures after that, and then we'll get into some anime style Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.